draw. This is gonna say so. You're just gonna draw his line forward so that he's on par with the other people.
Cancel.
I have to slide something.
And then you can start back up again. At 9 minutes.
10 minutes.
9. It's already going.
Okay. So we have the first generation are parent Linton and parent Earnshaw. Earnshaws have 3 kids, Catherine, Heathcliff, Henley. Catherine marries Edgar. They have Catherine, or Kathy. All right, Heathcliff marries Isabella. They have Linton Heathcliff. Henley marries Francis. They have Hareton. So we have this generation that is Henley, Heathcliff, Catherine, Edgar, Isabella, who are our main characters for the first half of the book. How many of them are now dead?
Isabella.
Isabella's dead.
Edgar.
Catherine's dead. Is Edgar dead yet?
You said no.
I don't think he's dead yet. Henley's dead.
Francis
is dead. They're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead. Okay, so now the only 2 from the second generation, with this generation 1, this is generation 2, and this is generation 3. The only ones still alive are Edgar and Heathcliff. Does that seem like it's good that those are the 2 that survived? Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little trouble. And then in generation 3, we have Linton, who we know will marry Kathy. And then we have Hareton, who's hanging out being raised like a servant.
Nice.
Alright? So, before even getting to really know those characters at all, how is this generation going to mirror the generation before?
Probably gonna act similar. They might fight.
They might fight.
Maybe. A little.
Maybe.
They're kind of, well, they're all the cousins.
Yes, they are all first cousins.
So they're not involved.
Because they're brother and sister, so they are first cousins. And they're brother and sister, so they're first cousins. So all 3 of them are first cousins. The only 2 who are not blood related are Hareton and Linton. Because they're from 2 different.
Linton's a guy.
Yes, Linton is a guy.
I thought Edgar and Catherine had a son.
They did. No, that Catherine.
They have a baby girl. She's the one who's born premature. She's the 7th. She's called the 7th
No, I had it written
child.
on here that they had a son.
Wikipedia is not good.
I wrote it
You know,
off.
Edgar,
off the top.
Isabella and Heathcliff have a son.
Yeah.
And he will die. We know that he will die, presumably fairly young, because Catherine's not old at the beginning of the book. So, Linton will die.
Who doesn't die?
Heathcliff.
Mr. Linton.
Actually, Linton's already dead.
Because Heathcliff died.
No.
Edgar's.
Doesn't he die?
Hareton takes over the entire place.
This is a possibility.
See?
You were right.
I read.
Or Edgar could take over the whole place. He's not dead.
Well, Jack just ruined the whole book for me.
They probably have like an
He's
all
not that old. He's 20.
nuclear war.
Yeah.
He is old.
I think we get the tendency to think that they're a whole lot older than they really are.
20's pretty old.
When Catherine dies, she is, we don't know her exact, like what month she's born in, so she's either 19 or 20. When Henley dies, we find out that Henley, you read this last night, he's 27 when he dies, and he's the same age as Nellie. Which really throws things off because we think of Nellie as this like old woman who's telling a story. And really, she's not that much older than all of these people that she's sort of raising / dealing with.
No.
And Isabella was a year younger than Catherine, so Isabella is 18 when she gets married to Heathcliff, who is 20, because he's a year older than Catherine. So they're really pretty young to be Okay, so I know you read this 2 nights ago, but let's talk about the death of Catherine and how that affects everybody else around her. Alright, so she dies in beginning of chapter 16. And which characters are affected by her death?
Like all of them?
Right.
Heathcliff.
Isabella, pretty much everyone of her generation is affected by her death. Heathcliff,
Edgar.
yeah, Edgar.
Wait,
Cat.
Henley and Francis really be affected that much?
Francis is already dead.
Henley kind of is, but he's kind of too drunk to
Really?
Catherine.
notice a lot of things.
Well, maybe that's why
Catherine is probably affected by her brother's death.
And
Probably.
Big Cat.
Probably.
Big Catherine is definitely affected by her own death.
Yes, I would have
She's
to
now
say.
dead. Okay. How should we do this? Do you want to get in small groups and each one have a different person?
What?
Let's just do it out loud.
To do what?
Yeah, let's all work together.
Okay.
Bob.
It'll be like kumbaya. We'll all work together. So how is, which one do you want to start with? Do you want to go just that way?
Yeah, left to right.
Let's go from right to left.
No.
What year are we?
Let's go from top to bottom.
Then
Yeah, let's read it like
Eric.
yeah, Arabic. There we go.
We are in 1784. Catherine dies March 1784.
where's mine?
So therefore Catherine is born. And Hindley dies 6 months later.
So it's still 17.
Right, what month? What's March plus 6 months?
December.
Yeah,
Catherine dies March of 1784. So therefore her daughter, since she is born the day her mother dies, is born March 1784. Hindley dies. If Hindley dies 6 months after Catherine,
September. Sorry, Aaron.
so he dies September 1784. Now Isabella dies 12 years later. So here's, you have to do some real legitimate math. What year does Isabella die?
1796.
And Linton is also born in 1784 because she's pregnant when she leaves in 1784. So he is born 1784. So this generation, they're born the same year. Harrington is at this point 6, 7 years old. He's still fairly young.
Has he married anybody?
Yes,
Nellie?
maybe. Because Nellie will survive the whole book. If that makes you feel
Is
better.
she the only one?
So will Mr. Lockwood.
Who's that?
But they're
He's
like
the
really
guy who's
old.
hearing the story.
Does Heathcliff survive the book?
No, he doesn't.
No, he's just listening, pretty much. He doesn't ever interact. Other than going to meet Heathcliff at the beginning of the book, he doesn't really interact.
Does he stay there?
He stays there that one night. I can't
And
remember if
meets
he goes
the
back
ghost,
to the
right?
end. He
Yeah.
might just go for like the day. He's not like super involved with their lives. So the fact that they're all almost the same age is gonna kind of be like they were just about the same age. Just put that out there. Okay, so how is Isabella affected by Catherine's death?
She wasn't there, but
Yeah, it definitely affects her husband, which has a big effect on her.
She kind of runs away.
Yeah, she kind of runs away. What does Isabella think about her husband, this man that she was so anxious to marry?
She kind of hates
she
him.
was wrong.
Yeah, she was a little bit wrong. She kind of hates him. What does she hate about him?
The fact that he's so tied up with Catherine.
Yeah, the fact that he's obsessed with Catherine, and even after Catherine dies, that doesn't really change. What else doesn't she like about Heathcliff? He's evil. What kind of things does he do that she considers to be evil?
He's a gypsy.
Are we
Gypsy?
gonna
Do they
somehow
know he's a gypsy?
Are we gonna somehow relate everything back to him being a gypsy?
Yes.
I would imagine so. I did enjoy that Ryan's collage had a picture of a gypsy on it, and the explanation was because Heathcliff is a gypsy. But it was a girl gypsy. Could you not find a man
No.
gypsy?
Ryan,
That wasn't
Ryan, hit it.
Hit it twice.